are. Another episode of The Safe Space coming at you. It is, beginning of December right now.
Yeah, as everybody can see from the decor.
Yeah, we got the place dressed up pretty nice. We had an awesome Black Friday, Saturday, Cyber Monday. Rolling into the holidays here. Excited to finish the year strong, and hopefully everybody watching and listening is enjoying the content. We're going to keep it coming towards the end of the year and just keep her going. We're on a good run.
And thank everyone for helping us have a record year over the weekend. So, record Black Friday weekend, Cyber Monday.
We still got to end well.
Yeah.
We got to end well. So we'll do everything in our power to do that. So today, the topic is hiding safes and/or vault doors, which is something that's become more prevalent and relevant in the last several years. Mm-hmm. But people have always wanted to hide safes, right? There's something about that allure, or nobody knows where it's at, and it gives people more peace of mind. We've just seen more and more customers want to stick safes in little alcoves, or I call them little Harry Potter closets underneath the stairs. That's a popular place to hide a safe. We just did a really cool custom nightstand for a customer, where we just took an existing nightstand and actually stuck a safe inside of it, modified it, and turned it into a door. And then we've done a ton of vault rooms with facades in front of them.
I feel like that's the more common.
Absolutely, yeah. People want to hide the vault.
Yeah, well, because for the most part, with safes, we recommend first and foremost put it where it's going to be the most convenient for you to use, and that doesn't necessarily lend itself to hiding all the time. Yeah. But I feel like vault rooms are something that's done very early on in construction.
Should be.
Yeah, should be, and it's just, I don't know, lends itself during the construction process to being concealed easy, through a Murphy door, false walls.
Pegboards with tools on it. Yeah. Bookshelves, lots of bookshelves.
Swing out or slide away bookshelves are popular.
Yeah. When it comes to hiding safes and vault doors, my train of thought. I think if you buy the right safe or the right vault door and you build the appropriate room, I don't think you have to hide it. I obviously look at safes as pieces of furniture. I look at vault doors. We have some killer-looking vault doors. Mm-hmm. And I suppose you could still buy a really cool aesthetic-looking vault door, put something in front of it, and then you can show your friends and family when they come over, the cool factor of the door. But I think it's a crying shame myself when people hide something that's beautiful. But
it's a risk assessment. So we also know that anytime, the majority of times on a break-in, when they catch somebody there, there's a really high chance that person has been there before.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind on the vault door. To hide, if you are going to build a vault room and you want to hide your vault door, definitely something to consider is, in-swing versus out-swing. And in-swing is going to lend itself, better for that application. Mm-hmm. In most cases, it can be recessed. You don't have to worry about the hardware or the lock protruding out into the space. Again, it all depends on how early in the process you plan for it, right?
Yeah, and how are you going to use the room? How much space do you have? We get a lot of comments, more so than any other thing that we post. The vault room videos get more comments than anything else by a long shot. Yeah. And there's a lot of things that people don't understand about building a vault room, the construction, or why people make some of the decisions that they do.
Yeah. It is. I think it's a misunderstood topic. We obviously try to help convey the important variables that come into building the right vault room and choosing the right vault door. We have a whole checklist on our website, to go through. Because unfortunately sometimes it's an afterthought, mm-hmm. and then that usually gets you into, it kind of pigeonholes you sometimes into what door you can get. Yeah. We have, and we could probably link some, I think we can link some photos maybe into this of just some some cool facades that we've done with bookshelves and bookcases and yeah, we've done a lot of our customers obviously don't want us to show anybody those things, but I think we have some that
Yeah, we have some. But yeah,
that we
that's
can
one of the
show.
unfortunate parts is like there's it seems like most of the coolest stuff, like it doesn't really get out there.
No, but then on the other hand, this year we installed 3 custom vault doors that are literally right out in the open. One of them is just being used as a regular door, and
But it
they're
was put there to match
the
opposing
vault door. Yeah. But he's not hiding them. They're a part of his decor, and they're killer, huge vault doors. So
What was the dimensions on those?
oh goodness, I mean it was 100 inches in height, and then I think 60. Gosh, I can't remember. They were large.
Yeah.
They were large doors. Yeah, that was a fun project. Yeah, I've got a couple of customers right now who have ordered doors that, they send us their plans and you can see, oh, okay, they're definitely accounting for something going in front of this.
I think the best way to probably hide a door is with the armor doors.
Yeah.
I think that's the best solution.
Yeah, so that leads us into talking about a product that we're going to bring to the market here this next year. And we think it's going to be wildly popular. It's going to offer people solutions for both exterior and interior doors. But like you said, you think we're going to sell more of the interior doors where someone could simply match their existing millwork. Mm-hmm. Whether that's just a 6-panel white door or whatever it may be. The armored door product can offer people a high security vault door that looks just like a regular existing door, and then you don't really, that's how you're hiding it.
Yeah.
You don't have to build something in front of it. So yeah, I'm really excited to see those.
Yeah, I think as time goes by, I mean, we're seeing vault doors worked more into, construction. It's becoming a very popular and common thing. And I think you're going to see building lean more into that and just take, the master bedroom suites and convert them into a safe room for customers.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with, all of the, especially like high profile, like in our market, athletes and wealthy individuals who have been targeted. Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot of home break-ins. So we're going to be able to get somebody a front door that is reinforced and somebody won't be able to just kick it down. In addition, I know you guys are thinking, oh, what about the windows? Well, there's reinforced bulletproof windows as well that people can invest in. So, again, this is all about buying time, right? And if you can buy yourself, even if it's just a few minutes to call the authorities or exit or get into your safe room, right? If somebody does make it through
Mm-hmm.
your window or your vault or your front door, then you can get into your vault room, and we offer doors that offer those panic room options. So yeah, we can definitely help people with designing or working with contractors to come up with a solution for hiding a vault door. So from vault doors to safes, can you think of a unique application that you've seen in your tens of thousands of installs that jumps out at you for a safe that has been hidden in a cool spot?
Gosh, there's one. Well, in older homes, we've installed both safes and vault rooms into fallout bunkers.
Bunkers, yeah.
Places that have have sidewalls or support walls that are 24, 30 inches thick.
Yeah.
Several of those. So, that's the first thing that jumps out to me.
Yeah. I'm thinking, too, like how many people have floor safes out there that are just simply hidden underneath a rug in their garage or whatever. We've talked about floor safes before. They're a pain in the butt to get in and out of if you're going to use it regularly. But if you're going to put something in there long term, a floor safe is obviously a way to hide something.
Yeah. I think they're great for emergency, just whether it's you're storing cash or
Cash.
gold, something that you don't plan on using, and you just need safe, secure storage that's great fire protection because it's in the floor.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they're plate steel to begin with, most models, but then you surround them in concrete. They're very durable, tough.
Yeah, that leads to wall safes, obviously. I'm not a huge fan of wall safes just because of their security and fire protection, the lack thereof.
Yeah.
Again, you're betting on a picture frame, right? But if you have a fire that's going to go up, there's very few fire-rated wall safes, and they're usually typically way deeper than the standard wall. I mean, for stuff like what we use, like for keys and, that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
wall safes are great, but
In my shop, I have a wall safe, and it has, lawnmower keys, and then a handgun,
yeah,
flashlight.
yeah, absolutely.
But nothing of, I wouldn't put anything high value.
Yeah, significant value in there. Yeah, I think of a couple of businesses we've done some jobs for, like some jewelry stores that have bought really high security safes, but the only place to put them is kind of out in the open because there's just not a lot of space. And we've had some cabinet makers just build kind of a fake cabinet, or not a fake, it's a real cabinet, but it just looks like a regular storage cabinet, and it's right out in the open, but you wouldn't know there was a safe behind it. We've tucked some high security safes into some cabinetry, like in downtown Seattle.
Yeah, I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I think that
There's a lot of people that walk by that window and have no idea that what's there.
Yet that place has been broken into many, many times, like most of the jewelry stores. Yeah, I think we just wrote an article on how much theft of jewelry stores this last year. It was like 140 million or something crazy. But we've stuck some safes into some crazy places. Wine cellars, root cellars, going down weird steps into places. Ultimately, once again, you'll hear us say this over and over again, forever and ever. Buy the right safe for what you're storing, then determine on where that might be able to go. And if you want to hide it in plain sight, we can certainly help you with some ideas. Obviously, over the years, we've sold a lot of safe covers. That's a cheap way of doing it. A lot of guys, I remember my uncle, he just cut the cardboard box, the back of it out, slid it over the safe, put like blankets around it, and just made it look like part of the crap in his garage.
Yeah. I mean, on delivery, I've cut hundreds of boxes, just cut a door in the front and slide it over there, and people put a piece of tape on it.
Yeah.
And just open that up. But from the street, you just see a big brown box.
Yeah. Safe covers, the safe cloak's discontinued, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So they're just going to have to use the cardboard box. We should start selling those.
Yeah. Again, it's risk assessment. I don't hide any of my safes for the most part. I want to, if someone's casing the neighborhood, like you want to be the hard target. If someone breaks into my house and they see my safe, that's where I want them to go.
Yeah.
If they want to try to break into it, but it lets them know they don't need to tear, apart my house to find something I'm hiding, because it's all going to be in that safe. But I understand the people that want to keep things hidden.
Absolutely. Yep. There's always some exceptions, and to each their own, right? We're here to provide solutions, whether that's a big, beautiful safe like this out in the open, or if you want to hide something like that, hopefully you just order it in a textured finish. I think that's about sums it up.
That's about it.
We can help you hide your safe or your vault door. So if you guys want ideas or want to see pictures and stuff, we've got a couple we can share. Don't hesitate to reach out. Appreciate it.